That there was a call for a blackout of Black Friday, right? Which is that there was a request put out by the Black Lives Matter movement in Ferguson to boycott Black Friday last year in protest and in solidarity. And this year, that call has been renewed by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan at the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March. We are so progressive. Fortunate to have two guests to come on and talk about what this is, what it is that we're looking at, the aims and objectives of doing so, and some practicalities of the issue as well. I am really pleased to have with me as well. I'm not only pleased to have him as a guest and as one of Denver's foremost community activists and leaders, but also someone that I truly consider a friend and a comrade in this activist struggle towards liberation, Bro.Herman Muhammad, key organizer in the Denver Local Organizing Committee on the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March, also now known as the Justice or Else movement. And Bro.Herman, I would have this question, and I'm actually playing the devil's advocate here. Many people would say that, listen, I grew up doing Christmas. I love gift giving. Why punish my child? Why punish my children by not getting them the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip this holiday season? What would your response to people that would have that line of thinking?
I would say that's a very good question, because that is a huge challenge that we face in getting our people to join on to this boycott Christmas or holiday season movement. But what I would say to them is to consider Aiyana Jones, to consider Rakia Boyd, to consider Sandra Bland, to consider Freddie Gray, to consider Sean Bell, to consider Paul Childs in Denver, to consider Marvin Booker in Denver, to consider Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown in Ferguson. Because what is happening is we live in a system of worldwide racism and white supremacy that allows for the wholesale killing and murder of our women. And that's why I mentioned the sisters first. Our women, our boys, and our men. So it's time for us to stand up for something. And the question should be asked, because we have to begin to feel a sense of connectivity with one another. You know what I'm saying? It can't be what happened to Trayvon Martin doesn't affect me because he was in Sanford, Florida, and I'm in Denver. There's a unique cultural and historical experience that we all share as brothers and sisters, raised as so-called slaves in the hills of North America. And so we have to ask ourselves what it is that we can do to stop them from killing us. And the easiest thing, we can raise an army and go to war with them, but we're not armed to do such at this time. So the easiest thing for us to do is an economic withdrawal. I don't even want to go into what's right about Christmas or what's wrong about Christmas, or are we dealing with Santa Claus, or are we dealing with Jesus? We want to deal with the whole justice piece, right? Because this is about the justice or else movement.
Right.
So that's the answer that I would give to them, and I would just hope that they would feel some sort of connection to some of those, one or any of those people that I mentioned, because the ancestors, brother, they cry out for justice. Because the ancestors, brother, they cry out for justice. They cry out for justice, for justice, for justice, for justice.